Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. My name is Nikki Kirk and today I'm taking you shopping at Grocery Outlet. Grocery Outlet is easily one of my favorite stores to source. They have grocery obviously, but they also have a huge health and beauty aisle. They also have home, kitchen, toys. They really kind of have it all, and they're all usually discounted prices. If you are a new seller and you are gated in grocery, topical, OTC, health and personal care, I always highly recommend getting ungated as soon as you possibly can because it opens up all the high profit categories that are all those replenishable items. Really quickly, I'm going to read a recent post from someone in the group who recently got ungated. Got approved in all of my categories: topical, personal care, baby topical, gourmet food, feminine hygiene, medical supplies, baby feeder, Dove, Johnson & Johnson, Gerber, Tide, Crayola, and a whole bunch of other brands. With the cost of the guide and the minimum order you place with the distributor, who I walk you through how to do it, how to set up your account, tell you the distributor's name, all of it is $310 to $320. That's including the guide all in, and you will make that money back probably on your first sourcing trip after you get ungated, so it's so worth the cost. But anyways, let's get back to Grocery Outlet. So Grocery Outlet is primarily on the West Coast. It's in California, Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, Washington, and they also have some stores in Pennsylvania, according to the internet, which I did not know. So if you are near a Grocery Outlet, even if it's a couple hours drive, it's worth the trip, especially if you can hit a couple of them, because there's so much good stuff. I literally have been sourcing pretty much only Grocery Outlet for a couple weeks now. If you're not anywhere near a Grocery Outlet, don't worry, because a lot of the stuff that I find at Grocery Outlet, I've also seen at Marshall's and Ollie's. In fact, I've seen them sometimes cheaper at Marshall's than they are at Grocery Outlet. So if I buy it at Marshall's, it'll make a profit, but at Grocery Outlet, not so much. All right, with that, we're gonna head into Grocery Outlet and see what we can find. As always, at the end, I'll recap you and let you know some pointers and tips to look for. Because of COVID, it's hard to talk in the store with the mask on, so I just kind of take notes and fill you in at the end. So let's head into Grocery Outlet. I got a lot of stuff at Grocery Outlet. I spent 2 hours in one and then an hour in another one. So I hit up 2 grocery outlets. So now I'm gonna unpack the truck, put together what my profit was and what my cost was, and just give you all the details on sourcing Grocery Outlet. I've got a lot of tips and just sourcing in general, so stay tuned. Even if you don't have a Grocery Outlet, I promise you will find something useful out of this video. So let me get inside and see how we did. Alright, so I got it all in the house and input. I didn't actually get a whole lot of products, but man, it ended up being a lot of profit for just 3 hours of sourcing. So first things, whenever you're sourcing any kind of discount, grocery, liquidator, in fact, even if you're just at Marshall's or, you know, a regular grocery store, you always want to check the expiration dates on beauty and on grocery items. So I have this toothpaste, for example, so it has a lot number and it also has an expiration date, OC21, so October of 2021 is when this expires. I always just check the expiration date first thing because I can't tell you how many times I'm like going through like researching the product because it looks like it's good. I am checking Keepa, I am doing all this stuff only to realize it is too close to the expiration date. And I'm just like, wow, that was a waste of time. So always check the expiration dates first thing. If you have a product that doesn't have one, so say that toothpaste just had a lot number and it didn't have an expiration date, that's totally fine. I just put an expiration date of a year out. So we are in 21 right now. I would just say like March of 2022 is when it expires because it's far enough out, and oftentimes Amazon will ask for the expiration date and it doesn't have it when you're doing it. So I don't put it on the actual product because if the manufacturer wanted it on there, it would be on there. So that's why I don't put it on there myself. But it is, I think, technically part Amazon requires you to do it. I've never done it, so just don't always take my word for it, but that's just how I do it. So Grocery Outlet is full of items like this. So I walked in and there's this huge case of green tea, and while it doesn't totally make a $5 profit, I wanted to share it with you because it just shows you what's possible. It's going for $17.76, it costs $5.99, and you would make $3.69 on it. like I said, I don't buy it because I want to get $5 minimum profit just in case the price goes down to like $15.99 and now I'm only making $3 or something, you know? So I want to make sure that I have a buffer room and I don't end up losing money too quickly. But I know not everyone is like that, so in case you wanted to know, there's green tea is at Grocery Outlet. If you ever can't get the UPC to come up when you are scanning a product, just go ahead and scan the front of the package like you're taking a photo of it, and it will pop up a listing. Sometimes it pops up random things like a book or whatever, and you have to like manually type it in at that point, so it's not always helpful, but scanning the product like you're taking a photo from the front will actually pull up a lot of additional listings than just the UPC. So it might have different packaging, and for whatever reason that listing is a better listing, so you could list on that one if the product is exactly the same, but you could also find bundle opportunities or just all these different things that come up when you scan the front. So I typically will just scan the UPC and when I'm going, but sometimes like this item, which I mentioned last week in a video, when I scan the UPC, it's a single product. So it's like $4 and Amazon is selling it. It was $1.99 at Grocery Outlet, but when I scanned the front of it, it came up all these different bundle listings, so I could make money on a 2-pack, I could make money on a 3-pack that were all going for like $20. And we're talking it cost me $6 and it's going for $20, so that's really good profit that I wouldn't otherwise know if I didn't scan the front. Here's another example of this Madam CJ hair conditioner. So it cost me $12.99 at Grocery Outlet and it's going for $31.40. However, the rank is too high for me in beauty. So if you ever want to know like what I do for rank, I have a free rank guideline that you can get for free. I also added in now the Canadian rank guidelines because there is totally different when you're doing Amazon.ca and Amazon.com. So all of that, as well as a FBA prep checklist, is free. You just sign up for my email list and you can get it instantly download. So, but the rank in beauty, I like to stay 100 to 90,000 or less, just because when it gets too high and there's so many sellers, it doesn't sell. So this one, it has 5 FBA sellers and it's kind of high rank. So I passed on it even though it does look like it has a good profit. It's not worth it to me because if it doesn't sell, it won't make a profit. And the rank is your guideline to if things will sell. So if it has a high rank, that means it's not really selling. Number 1 is the best rank in any category, the hottest seller. When you start getting into higher ranks, it doesn't sell. If it doesn't have a rank, it really doesn't sell, or it's brand new. And I'm not the kind of buyer who likes to take risks, so I don't buy stuff if it doesn't have a rank or if it has too high of a rank. Because I want stuff that is gonna sell quickly and make a profit, and so I could turn that over and buy more stuff. Another thing you want to be sure to watch out for is if the product is actually a 2-pack, but you can't tell by reading the description. There's actually this little call out here where it says package of 2, but if you're just looking at the description, you have no idea. So you want to make sure you watch for those things, as well as I went ahead and went to the features and details, and you can see here that it says package quantity 2. Sometimes you need to pull up Amazon.com and look at the customer facing product screen to know is it a 2-pack or not, because sometimes it'll falsely say, but I mean here it says it right here in the description, everything. Clearly this is a 2-pack, so if you sell it as a single, you are going to get some bad feedback. Like I mentioned, stuff that's found at Grocery Outlet is also a lot of times found at Marshall's, so this Neutrogena is exactly what I was talking about. It's $7.99 at Marshall's and it's $9.99 here. Items like this Neutrogena, where I know I've seen it at Marshall's as well, so just because someone's saying they found it at Grocery Outlet, especially here in my Bolo group, just because someone found it at Grocery Outlet, I am still looking out for it everywhere else when I am not on the West Coast, because it does sell at other places like Ollie's, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, so just a little tip. Sometimes a product has multiple listings. So for example, this Olay product has 2 listings. We've got one with 28,000 and one at 155,000. So obviously the 28 is going to be a lot better for beauty. But then we have personal care, which you can kind of go high on personal care rankings. So the way I look at this when it happens is I'll go into both, see what the potential profit is for both, and which one is the better listing. While obviously the beauty is kind of like screaming, this is a great rank, actually I kind of like the health and personal category better personally, but then when I click into it, you can see here Amazon selling it. So at that point, probably the beauty one would be a better option. And then I found these items that have ripped packaging. Like one is clearly very bad and one is, you might be like, oh, it's just kind of bad. No, you need to sell brand new stuff, especially products like this, which are beauty. You don't want any imperfections. You want it to be, you would be able to give that as a gift. Would you be embarrassed to give that to someone as a gift and it's all ripped up? So you need everything to be new. You want the best customer experience possible, because otherwise you might get some bad feedback and that will have a negative effect on your account. So talking about bundles, I ran into this product here. So we've got toothpaste, and one is already bundled together and one is two singles. So I bought the bundled and I also bought the singles because I'm just gonna bundle them myself. The profit difference is like 50 cents just because of the price difference when I bought them at Grocery Outlet. To make my bundle, all I gotta do is stick them in a poly bag, put my "This is a Set" stickers right on it, and done. It's a 2-pack, and so bundle options are always really great, especially items like beauty and grocery where people are buying them all the time, so they're gonna stock up on them. Just very quickly on poly bags, so anything like this mug here, I can touch the actual product. So it needs to go in a poly bag. Even if it had a box around it and it like, I could still touch it, I could feel through the box, it had an open, you know, box cut out or whatever, and I could touch it, it would need to go in a poly bag. If you ever have anything where you can touch the physical product, you need it in a poly bag. Poly bags need to have the suffocation warning on them. If you have an item that is really big, you can use a clear plastic trash bag and just cut off the thing, or if it has one, mine have drawstrings, so I have to cut them off. You need to get the suffocation warning labels, and then you just stick that right on it. All the supplies that I use on Amazon for selling are always linked below in every video, so I will of course link them below again for you here. But just so you know, creating a bundle yourself is super easy. Pretty much you just need a poly bag and "This is a Set" stickers. Now if I was gonna do this as a set, it would need to have a box because it's, you know, already kind of breakable, but also the way it is. So like, I know sometimes people sell canned stuff, like sets of 6 cans. Those should probably be in a box, but you do it the same way. You just box it, you put a "This is a Set" sticker on it, and then you just stick your FNSKU on the outside. And now Amazon knows they don't have to open the box, it's ready to go like that. Here's a couple more Grocery Outlet finds for you. So this TheraFlu bundle set. So if you sell them in a set of 2, it costs $7.98 and you'll make $5.81 on them. All you have to do, bundle them, put them in a poly bag, you're good to go. Again, here's another calcium pill one. 2-pack, bundle them, and you're good to go. These are all over the place at Grocery Outlet. In fact, it's great because there's no labels for me to take off, but there is usually a lot of bundling prep required when I source at Grocery Outlet. Okay, back to my mug here. So it's selling for $14.80 right now, and at Grocery Outlet it costs $2.99. So it'll make $4.69 profit as it is. But what I did is I went ahead and I looked at what does Jungle Scout say it's gonna sell a month. So you just go to junglescout.com/estimator and you input the sales rank. So I went ahead and input that, and it says it sells 30 a month. So now I'm looking how many FBA sellers are there actually. So we've got 2 low FBA sellers. We've got the $14.80 and then the $14.99. But then right after that, it goes up to $20. So it would actually make a really good profit once those sellers sell out. But then you use your Jungle Scout estimator of 30 a month that it's gonna sell, and now we're thinking, do I really want to buy this product? Because those people, let's say they get 10 sales, and then I can expect 10. So on a product like this where the profit is kind of low at the low buy box cost, I would only buy maybe 4 or 6 to kind of test it out, and only if I'm fine with the return of $4.69, which honestly, because it's only $3, is a fine return. So even if I'm buying hoping it's gonna sell for 20, I have to be okay making that $4 profit at that lower cost. And in fact, it could go lower, so you just never know. Those are all the things I kind of consider. It's kind of hard to explain it all because I do it in a couple of seconds in store. But you get better at it the more you do it. So these are all different things to consider. When the rank is a little bit higher and the sales are a little bit slower, you want to take into account how many other FBA sellers are there and how many can you expect to sell. A couple other Grocery Outlet finds for you, this Wilton bear and cupcake. So the bear is actually really cute and cool, but Amazon is selling it. So I don't sell it if Amazon sells it. I just don't want to compete with Amazon. If you want to, you can swing by Grocery Outlet and pick it up. It's $11.99 and it's making almost $8 in profit, so that was a cool one. And then we've got the cupcake, giant cupcake pan. It's too high a rank in kitchen for me. However, there is not any FBA sellers, so you can pretty much name your price on that one. So it's going for about $30, so you could probably actually do $34 if you wanted to. The only thing to consider is that the rank is high in kitchen, so it's already gonna be a slower seller, and if you increase the price, is that really gonna sell more? So another kitchen item at Grocery Outlet, Cook with Color baking pan. So it's selling for $25, it costs $6, it would make $9, but then the rank in kitchen is kind of high. So what I do is I go ahead and I go to Keepa, I just search the ASIN and then I see what Keepa says. Is it always that high a rank, or is that a freak low rank? Like, I just want to get more information. And now what I see is that it's a pretty new item. It's only been on there for 21 days. The rank has been kind of high, but the fact that 21 days later it's pretty low is a good sign. So I would personally just test this one, probably like 4 or 6, just because it's a little bit heavy. In Grocery Outlet, you always want to scan literally everything. Obviously not the perishable or the frozen items, but anything that isn't perishable or frozen, scan it all. If you are brand new to Grocery Outlet, it is going to take you a couple hours in there. It takes me an hour in the beauty aisle, and I'm not new to Grocery Outlet, so definitely prepare to be spending some time in there. Altogether, like I said, I spent 3 hours in 2 different Grocery Outlets, so 2 hours in the one, and then after I had just gone to that one, I knew what I was looking for in the other one, and I only scanned items that I hadn't seen at the last one. Altogether, I found 109 items at Grocery Outlet. It cost me $700, and I made $885 in potential profit just from 3 hours of sourcing. So my highest profit item was actually a health item that cost me $5.97, and it makes $14.74. Then we have these hot grocery items, which are $4.99 and $7.98, and they're making $13 and $8 between them. And I will tell you right now that 3 of those 4 items are bundles, so I'm gonna have to bundle them together. But you can see here, I even got some kitchen. I mean, most of it is health, beauty, and grocery, which is why I love Grocery Outlet. So if you need help ungating in grocery, topical, beauty, OTC, toys, all of that, I can definitely help you out. I have ungating guides that are new seller specific, and I also have them for Canada now. So I have toys and grocery for Canada, toys and grocery for US. So no matter where you're selling on Amazon.com or Amazon.ca, I can definitely help you out. I'm all about you getting ungated for the least amount possible, because when you're doing RA, you really don't want to spend a whole lot of money on outside things. You want to keep all that money for inventory so that you can stock your inventory shelves on Amazon and make the most profit possible. And getting ungated in those high profit categories are how you do it. So if you want help, definitely check out my ungating guides below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and where should we source next?